So if you want to know how I get stuff done, well, it boils down to some great planning and scheduling. And today is one of those days where my calendar is pretty clear. I do not book any calls. I focus on teaching, I focus on content creation, and I focus on doing as many power hours as possible. And so power hours to me are basically this hourglass. I have no idea how long it actually lasts, but it's about an hour or something like that. And what I basically do is I shut down all communication tools. I basically hone in. I put my phone on airplane mode, and I just zone right into what I need to do to accomplish a task. And most tasks that I need to do are generally doable within an hour. So the first thing I do is get out my hourglass and I flip it just like that. And slowly but surely the time goes on and I just zone in. So today I'm writing an article for Collective Evolution. I believe I'll have it done by the time this is put together. I've already put some notes together. I've already made some of the graphics, but now I'm going to finish it and get it out there before I move on to my next task. So what do you do to plan your day? What do you use as a tool to stay focused? Let me know in the comments. As the right people. This is something that I have been perplexed with for quite some time. And for me, my research, began when in 2010, I decided I was going to watch a year of documentaries. So literally every single weekend or week, I would sit down and watch a documentary on a new topic, a new perspective, a new idea of some kind. And needless to say, it was a pretty depressing year, right? I mean, you can imagine what that's like to hear about the problem and the problem and the problem and research and research and research. And one of the crazy things that I notice about most documentaries is that they almost all focus on the problem, right? They almost all focus on just what's wrong and what needs to happen and whatever, but it doesn't really talk about like how I and the everyday person can truly get involved. And even if it does, it's kind of vague and like, oh, call your senator or do this or do that. And it's like, well, yeah, that's one thing. But I mean, I really believe that it requires a lifestyle shift. And, so a few years ago, I decided I was going to commit to that after a year of watching that. And now, 6 years later, still doing that, watching TED Talks and reading audiobooks and ebooks and books, period, and all these crazy things. I recognize that there really, truly needs to be somebody who steps up and takes on that solution. And there's no better person than me. Nobody's going to do it for me. Nobody's going to go out there and build the freedom culture, let's say, and then the opportunity that will make me free, that will make you free, right? That will allow us to truly be empowered in eating healthy and growing our own food, in understanding how our houses work and how that can come together, understanding and knowing our neighbors. And communicating with them and working with them and realizing that, that's how we got out of things like the Great Depression at some point, is that we started working and banding together. We started building community.